Thank you. I'll now recognize the gentleman from Florida, Mr. Soto, for 5 minutes for your questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and let me start with a thank you. I know we have a lot of law enforcement, firefighters, first responders in the room, including the sheriff. We appreciate all that you do to help protect us, and that's what this discussion is about today, saving lives and responding to emergencies, including natural disasters. I represent Central Florida. We have urban, suburban, and rural areas, and so we have to respond to all different types of scenarios. For years, this committee has had a lot of great bipartisan work using spectrum auction funds. The FirstNet, which we heard from today about rip and replace to help remove Chinese telecommunications equipment that is spying on Americans, and of course, broadband deployment. But we've seen a departure from that lately with the deeply unpopular Big Ugly Law, using that spectrum funding for the first time for billionaire tax cuts over public safety and disaster response. I know for Florida that is not a good deal for us. Added mass firings at FEMA, cuts to next generation warning systems through public broadcasting, through the rescission package, as well as a rural broadband program that's been stalled for 8 months, ever since the president got elected. This partisanship has come at a really terrible time. We see hurricanes getting more extreme due to climate change in Florida, and we got 3 months to go. I know Mr. Wright knows what I'm talking about there. And our farmers, they're being hammered right now. Trump's tariffs, rising input costs, and a shrinking farm workforce due to mass deportation. The least we could do is get them internet as quick as we can. And then as far as public safety, we can reduce crime and enhance public safety by continuing to fund the COPS program to support local law enforcement. We see a cut requested by the president for the COPS program. I think we need to stand strong in Congress to support our local law enforcement. And we could reauthorize FirstNet with potential improvements and reforms that we're here to talk about today, as well as next generation 911, including satellite, which I know Mr. Newton talked about, among other technologies. Sheriff Dicus, thank you for being here. I know Mr. Aguilar would be pleased to know that you're here today, and I know Mr. Ruiz as well. My first question, you had mentioned that next generation 911 gives you better situational awareness. So I wanted to give you an opportunity to elaborate. How does it give you better situational awareness?
I'm so glad you asked that question. So when we talk about it, and I'll just give you an example, we have an app called Quick Capture. We're fortunate to have Esri, the GIS works for DOD and does a number of things using GIS technology. But I'll give you an example of a fire. When we go in, we give a warning. You generally have a law enforcement officer go through the same neighborhoods and say, hey, this could be coming, get ready to go, that type of thing. We'll have people that say whether they're going to go or refuse to go. We can immediately, with this application using GIS technology, which runs on a broadband network, to be able to say Shannon Dicus is not leaving. So now when it goes from a warning to mandatory, we know we can go directly back to him and look, it's imminent. The fire is going to hit you. You have to leave now. So that situational awareness of the public, also situational awareness of your deputies and law enforcement officer and fire personnel in the field. Then also we remember after action reports are critically important, so we do a better job next time. We can map every place a law enforcement officer or firefighter was at to see if we hit the proper coverage areas, what communication systems were working and got us to those points. So it's amazing the technology that's available to law enforcement and first responders now to really do that analysis and give folks like you feedback to give you really what I call street view.